Good morning, everybody. Crypto Strain here. This morning, we're talking about DeFi Llama. I'm not sure if you've heard of this site before. It's a really interesting site. It's so much information. It's certainly a site I recommend you go on quite often because it gives you so much information about overviews about different parts of crypto. So here on DeFi Llama, on the dashboard here, you can see this is the main dashboard. We talk about DeFi here, and it's talk about total value locked, TVL. 54 billion. Obviously, the market, as we say, has come down quite a bit. But when you scroll through, you have so much information on here. Okay, now it lists all the different parts, all the different layer one projects, what's built on them, etc. And you've got many others here. So, for example, look, you just scroll down and see all the different blockchains that you can associate to. So, obviously, Cardano is my favorite. So, you can see there the total value locked in the DeFi side of things. You can see there now. Basically, look at all the different dexes there, the decentralized exchanges. You can see there all the different parts. Also got the different categories like lending as well as your dexes, the staking, etc. We'll talk about Revuto down. I spoke about that before. Okay. Now, what I like here is the section here, total value lock, the TVL. Hit that, and you can go to different sections. Okay. So obviously, you want to keep it. You've basically got many parts. You want to see the most high value, the least value, etc. It also gives you like the change over the last month or 7 days and what their daily volume is. All these different dexes, some we haven't mentioned before. Mentioned Sunday Swap before, obviously. ADAX Pro. Okay, AADA is another one I've been looking into recently. It's really good. But it's so many out there, obviously. It's just unbelievable. Now, the dominance is actually in swap at 50.96%. But going back to just DeFi itself, now, you can actually see here, you've got the overview, but they've got different parts to it, which actually makes it fascinating. Okay, now out of all of DeFi Llama, the part that actually really I find absolutely fascinating is the airdrop section. Okay, now this is tokenless protocols that may airdrop. Now you all remember SushiSwap, Uniswap, PancakeSwap when they've done their airdrops, where at a certain time, if you're using their sites, where they issued their own token, people done extremely well. People made thousands from those sites alone. Okay, so what they're doing here is letting you know about dexes, etc., derivatives, options, everything you want to know, where they don't have a token yet, where you've got that huge potential for an airdrop. So I've actually joined 3, which I'll show you shortly, where I'm hoping to get the airdrop because I use it. Okay, now they look really interesting as well. They look genuine, which is obviously very, very important. But when you actually scroll through, you can see all the different parts of it. So there's obviously many, many projects. You just scroll through here. We are talking a lot, okay? Now, if I just come down a little bit of that, just zoom out a bit, you can actually see here. So we've got the market cap, the TVL, but the main TVL is there, okay? Now, as I say, tokenless protocols that may airdrop. Now, some of these do not have a lot of value locked, very minimal. However, some are doing absolutely fantastic. So Arrakis Finance Yield, okay? Total value locks $841 million. Portal 462. Pando 258. Okay, so it's just fascinating. Also, when you go onto it, you hit that one, it gives you even more information. The chain breakdown 833. Okay, just Ethereum. Optimism, we spoke about it before. That was a great airdrop. Again, basically, a dex built on the Ethereum, so you use the Optimism OP, and then it got listed on Coinbase, so it had a massive pump. But if you've been on Optimism for a while, they gave you free airdrops. And obviously, what they do is before they announce the airdrop, obviously, otherwise everyone would jump on for obvious reasons. They do a screenshot on a certain date, and then they sort of announce the drop like a month later. Now, there's no guarantee these will issue their own tokens, but there's a high chance. This states there, Arrakis, a protocol that specialises in concentrated and active liquidity management. Now, also here, token information, when that does get launched, will obviously go there. Okay, so there's huge APY to be earned here. Now, me personally, I think Arrakis looks absolutely fantastic. I really do. So I looked on their site, Arrakis.finance. You can see there, they're actually claiming 1.27 billion total value locked. A bit more on DeFi Llama. Obviously, they're going to know more on what DeFi Llama does. So he states there, best-in-class liquidity management strategies, composable LP tokens. So there's many different parts to it, okay? Now, we talk about here all the different parts of it, very secure. It does look really good. Now, I can see with the amount of activity on their site, obviously it's doing absolutely fantastic. So, again, time will tell to develop, and if they issue their own token. If they do, then I can see massive potential here, okay, for huge profits. So me personally, I'll be joining Arrakis. Another one also going to be joining this one here, portaldefi.com. Spoke about just briefly on DeFi Llama, your gateway to unsensible applications. Portal DeFi is a decentralized financial platform that blends the best of Bitcoin and Layer 2. Okay, so you scroll down there, just got a little information. Again, it's another one that you want to join for that potential. Now, obviously, it's great to be on decentralized exchange all the time. It's up to you. You're doing research and have financial advice. I use many different dexes, but when you come across this DeFi Llama, it opens your eyes into how many are out there. Obviously, we know there's a lot, but when you come and see these ones perhaps not many people have heard of, how much activity they've actually got really does truly open your eyes to how much is out there that perhaps you weren't aware about. Now, again, look at Portal DeFi, look at the team, real solid team, okay, behind the scene. Now, here again, I found interesting with Portal DeFi was their backers. Even Coinbase Ventures are there. Again, that speaks volumes when you think about anything. But there's many, many others you can see on the screen there. There really is a lot of companies. It's also been featured on Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, as well as Business Wire. Okay, states there, Portal raises $8.5 million from Coinbase Ventures and other investors, okay, to bring Bitcoin-based DeFi to the masses. So it's another one worth it, worth joining. Now, one other is pandodefi.com. Laid out very similar to PancakeSwap, let's be honest, but it talks there about farms and staking, etc. You do the different trading, NFT market. So it's another one that will be joining with the hope of getting that token. Now, it may seem quite mercenary to do this, but hey, you've got to think, especially in a bear market, what opportunities are there in crypto? Now, to me, this is a wonderful opportunity. So when you actually go back to DeFi Llama, it gives you all the options you need. So Arrakis really does stick out, but however, there is many others. There is so many out there, like I showed you there. I was just going for a brief overview, but always hit that TVL tag to see what sort of volume they've got. Many of them have only got a few thousand, where obviously not huge potential there is there, let's be honest, but over time they might well grow up, massive chains, who knows? Only time will tell. Okay, so let's just see how they develop. But I think that airdrops is absolutely fantastic. I really do see huge potential there. Now, another bit is the oracles. This is given all about the oracles. Now, obviously, we all know that Chainlink, 44.78%, but Maker 30.79%. But there's another one there which stuck out a bit more than Band, to be honest, was Wink Link. We always remember the Wink token, but a lot of us got airdrop in Binance, for example. They actually create their own Wink Link. Now, you can see here, these are all the ones partnered with Chainlink. Protocol secured, 211. Okay, now, you can see there, obviously Chainlink's miles ahead. Maker's the next one, then the Wink Link, then Pith. There's many others, but some of these I'm going to look into more because some I haven't heard of. Obviously, I've covered the likes of Band before and many others, but there's some real little gems here that I'm going to look into some more. So again, it opens up. Now you can just hit Chainlink if you want. And again, it talks about specifically about Chainlink. The total value secured is 11.43 billion, and all the people associated with Chainlink here: Aave, Compound. I spoke about a lot of these obviously before. Synthetics, another great project. There's so many here. So in fact, you can go onto each one and find out exactly what's tied in with that particular protocol. Is absolutely fantastic. I really do find that absolutely fascinating. Now they've got here forks, top protocols, just endless information on this site. Okay, it's DeFiLlama.com. I'll put the link below. It's again top protocols of Ethereum number 1, Binance Smart Chain, Tron, Avalanche, Solana, etc. It talks there all the difference what they offer, whether they offer all these different parts, and liquid staking, the dexes, the bridge, lending, yield, services, what they actually offer. So there's a lot of information again. Okay, now you've also got the comparison, you've got the categories, you've got your recent, you've also got your languages, and you've also got yields as well. It talks about yield rankings again. You get the Ethereum there. You can see there the APY. Now you can also again got different parts of it, the world APY. It's just so much information. Now some of them obviously watching crazy percentages, so you've got to be careful there even more. So like a mesh swap, I've never heard of it, never used it. However, there's some crazy APYs being stated there. But only time will tell if they actually mature. So again, I'll be looking more in depth into likes of mesh swap and their reliability and what exactly they are. But you can see the huge APY here. So the actual yields section offers you the pools. You've obviously got the borrow. Speak about many different projects in here where you use your crypto as collateral. Basically, you can do some loans, lending, etc. Again, to make that passive income. You've got optimized leverage lending, even overall staple coin pools, different projects. Okay, so much about this. You've got the stables. I say, even like you hit the dexes, like an overview of the dexes. There's just so much information following all decentralized exchanges. Okay, now again, as always stated, Uniswap and PancakeSwap have done so well. Uniswap is now nearly $1 billion. So it's absolutely incredible. You can see the change here as well. in the last 7 days, 1 month even. Okay, absolutely crazy growth. So there's some up and coming ones. Again, talk about Sushi Swap, but Sun Swap there. Okay, only 30 million, but who knows if they're going to sort of take over the crown of the others, because I've always said before, Pancake Swap is fantastic, but it could be improved a lot. So naturally, with all this competition, people want to make something better than the others, the competition, don't they? But again, look at the volume. You can see there the 24-hour volume. So Balancer, for example, nearly 70 million. Dodo, we spoke about that briefly a long time ago, 150 million. But even ones here, when you think this is just 24 hours and you've got 11 million of volume, it's still very good. But look at Trader Joe Dex down there. I thought that would be even higher. That's 6.5 million trade in the last 24 hours. Okay, so there's just many parts to this site to give you as much information as you want. And I think it's a real fascinating site. We've talked about many other sites like this before. To me, it's like an all-in-one. I really do actually like what DeFi Llama are doing here. But as I say, me personally, I just love the fact this airdrop section here. I find this, probably out of all DeFi Llama, this is the bit I really like. Tokenless protocols that make airdrop. Now, there's a lot here, as I say. So do your own research. There's so many here. Obviously, not all of them are going to do well. Not all of them will release tokens. Who knows? But as they get bigger, they'd be crazy not to, wouldn't they, in some respect? Okay, so I really do like this. In OKC swap, we talk about OKX all the time. In fact, there's a DEX for OKC long term. Again, that has a lot of potential. Okay, so me personally, as I said, join the ones that I really like. Again, just hit that TVL button. You can see the ones with the huge volume. Even ones I haven't covered. Obviously, I've covered Arrakis, the Portal, and the Pando. But even number 4, Parallel Liquid. You can see there 181 million locked. Carver Mint, Terra Bridge. Okay, not sure that will go long term. Chainport, 125. These do not have tokens yet. But with that amount of value locked, there's huge potential they will issue their token. So you could do extremely well. Now, there's a lot here, isn't there? Just scrolling down here, the amount, and obviously, because I've set that on the side of the travel watch, you can see the actual volume is getting less and less as you scroll down. So again, a lot of potential there. Now, also I follow DeFi Llama on Twitter. I had nearly 130,000 followers. I nearly have 3,700 tweets. So states here, they do a lot of pinned tweets, but you can scroll down. They're always talking about new projects, now tracking Pink Moon Finance on volume dashboard. So that it's very well follow them on Twitter to see what the next one they're tracking, next one being launched. States here, states that Echelon FDN, a decentralized exchange, hit the Echelon network. Okay, it's very lot at the moment, it's very minimal, but again, who knows where they will go long term. Okay, at the moment, obviously in a bear market, when we start getting back up to obviously the crazy days again, the wonderful bull run, who knows where some of these dexes will be. So just want to give a quick overview. I think it's a fascinating site, DeFi Llama. As I say, I've joined those 3. I will be joining those 3 literally today. So we'll see if we ever do get that token airdrop. Is it worth joining 10 or 15? Okay, just do a little bit of trading on each one. So it looks like you're active. Who knows? It's up to you entirely. But I thought I'd just bring it to your attention about DeFi Llama and the fascinating site, everything that it offers. You know, you can see down the side here, all the different parts of DeFi. Okay, airdrops, oracles, forks, top protocols, top dexes, etc. So thanks very much. Anyway, help us, you just email me, info@cryptostrain.com, or my social media links below. Have a wonderful day. We'll chat again soon. Cheers now. Bye.